I mean, we have to, like, live our lives.
Well, I'm glad you said that because, I have kept something from.
Jay and Pamela, both born with osteogenesis imperfecta type 3, had defied the odds. At 28 and 30, they had lived through over 400 bone fractures combined, yet their spirits remained unbroken. Living in the basement of Jay's parents' home in suburban Atlanta, they longed for independence and privacy. But finding a suitable apartment that accommodated their needs as power wheelchair users proved challenging. Pamela dreamed of living in the city, craving the vibrancy and convenience it offered. Jay, on the other hand, preferred the tranquility of the suburbs. Their differing preferences added complexity to the apartment hunt. "We need lower countertops, no carpet, and wide doorways," Pamela listed, her voice tinged with determination. "And I need a dishwasher," Jay added with a grin. Their real estate agent, Shakina, understood their unique requirements. She sent them listings, but each apartment seemed to have a catch. The city apartments were ideal in location but lacked accessibility features. The suburban ones were accessible but felt too isolated. One day, Shakina presented a new listing, a 2-bedroom apartment in North Atlanta. It had a dishwasher, smooth ramps, and accessible parking. However, it was in the city, exactly where Jay was hesitant to move. "What do you think?" Shakina asked, sensing the tension. Jay hesitated. "It's decent," he said, trying to keep an open mind. Pamela, sensing an opportunity, smiled. "Let's go see it," she suggested. They visited the apartment, and while Jay remained cautious, Pamela felt a spark of excitement. The apartment had potential. It was close to amenities, had the necessary accessibility features, and, most importantly, it was a step toward their independence. "It's not perfect," Jay admitted, "but it could work." Pamela nodded, her heart swelling with hope. "Let's make it ours," she said. With the apartment search underway, Pamela turned her attention to another milestone, learning to drive. As power wheelchair users, driving posed unique challenges, but Pamela was determined. She enrolled in a driving school that specialized in adaptive vehicles. The instructor, Mark, was patient and experienced. He introduced Pamela to the hand controls and other modifications that would allow her to drive safely. At first, Pamela was nervous. The controls felt unfamiliar, and the prospect of navigating traffic was daunting. But with each lesson, her confidence grew. Jay accompanied her to the lessons, offering encouragement and support. He admired her determination and resilience. "You're doing great," he would say, giving her a thumbs up. One afternoon, after a particularly successful lesson, Pamela turned to Jay. "I think I'm ready," she said, her voice filled with excitement. Jay smiled. "I know you are." The next day, Pamela took her driving test. She passed with flying colors. The sense of accomplishment was overwhelming. She had achieved another step toward independence. With the apartment secured and Pamela's driving test behind her, the couple turned their focus to their upcoming wedding. They wanted to start their new life together in their own space, but there was one hurdle left: telling Jay's parents. Over a shared dinner, Jay and Pamela sat down with Raphael and Renee. The conversation was heartfelt and honest. "We love you both," Pamela began, "and we're grateful for everything you've done for us. But it's time for us to start our own chapter," Jay added. Raphael and Renee listened attentively. They had always supported their son's choices, and while they would miss having him at home, they understood. "We just want you both to be happy," Renee said, her voice warm. With their parents' blessing, Jay and Pamela began preparations for their wedding and their new life together. They knew challenges lay ahead, but they faced them with love, determination, and the unwavering belief that together they could overcome anything. Jay and Pamela's journey was a testament to resilience and love. They had faced physical challenges, differing preferences, and the complexities of building a life together. But through it all, they had remained steadfast in their commitment to each other. As they stood in their new apartment, looking out over the city, they knew they had made the right choice. This was their home, a place where they could build their future, create memories, and continue their journey together. And as they prepared for their wedding, They did so with the knowledge that their love was the foundation upon which they would build their life. A life filled with love, laughter, and the promise of a bright future ahead.